welcome back to the Donkey Kong Jungle Climber preview. Today we're investigating the Forest Ruins level. That is the title of this. Not very imaginative, but nah. Anyway, as you can see, we are travelling towards now outside the temple, and we need to find the switch to get inside the door, which is a pretty simplistic task, as avoid the flitters, pull the switch down. There you go. Yeah, when I said there'll be more challenging moments in the game, this is not one of them. Alrighty, inside we go. And, oh yes, the first sign of Kremlings. Unlike other enemies, they can move around the pegs at great haste, jump around and use items, so you want to be careful of those. But yeah, in this level you can deal with them pretty easily if you time it correctly. Anyway, Cranky's now going to teach you an interesting little feature, which is basically, as you already know, if you press A twice when you have Diddy, you could do an even longer barrel roll attack that propels Diddy forward. However, if there's a floor underneath him, Diddy will separate from DK and walk around on the top screen in time with DK and jump over gaps. However, you have to be slightly careful whilst doing this, because if you're walking too fast, Diddy will disappear off the screen and he will jump back to you, which means he won't be able to get any of the goodies up there like bananas or DK coins. But yeah, that's another interesting trick. And another reason for why you really need Diddy around, because he's not just an extra life in this game. He's the key to basically getting a lot of items, having a stronger attacks, and obviously... Well, that's weird. I don't remember that happening in recording. Sorry about that. Anyway, he's the key to getting past a lot of levels, and plus he's the only one who can use items like this hammer. Now, thinking about it, there was a guy on the DK Vine forums, I think his name was Sean. There was one thing he pointed out. A lot of people sort of look at this series and say it's basically like the Mario Bros. Series but with better graphics, but I would have to agree with this guy Sean, who said that the DK series, unlike the Mario games, it seems to promote tag teaming above everything else, because ever since Donkey Kong Country, and every single game with the... Oh, sorry, I died there. Every single game with the exception of Kingdom Swing and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, it's always implied that you need gameplay. You need two people in order to make it to the level, and yeah, it's kind of nice to know that there's that type of legacy in the game. Okay, I've ranted enough now, and DK's died twice in my absence, but okay, I'll now explain this feature. This is a boulder, as you're already aware. To get the boulder to move forward, you have to have DK hanging on one side of the boulder so that it rolls towards it and adds weight. But you have to keep constantly moving up the right side of the boulder to shift the weight over, because otherwise, if you just stay in one place, you'll eventually roll underneath it as part of physics, and the boulder will just come to a dead stop. So yeah, that's how boulders work in this game. That is a pretty interesting tactic. It can be a bit frustrating, especially with one puzzle. Oh god, there's one really tough puzzle with a boulder coming up in a later world. But yeah, it's pretty interesting and pretty fun in this game. I kind of liked how, unlike in Kingdom Swing, what this game does, it kind of decides to lighten it up and stop being repetitive by throwing in new ideas. Oh, and this is also quite fun too. Kind of like Indiana Jones, there's rolling boulders in temples, but unlike Indiana Jones, you don't run away from them. You hold on to them for dear life, and you travel straight down into the temple with them. Which is awesome, you've got to admit. Unfortunately, I wanted to get those bananas, but the physics engine, it said no, that boulder does not have enough power to get up the hills. Yeah, you also have to be very careful, otherwise... Yes, hold on to for it with dear life, and yeah, you can get a bonus there if you get off the boulder at the height of the jump. I failed to do that, and yeah, I failed to get the bonuses on that one. But just a hint if you're trying to complete this game properly. And yeah, the next puzzle up ahead, it's pretty simplistic. Just grab the tiles as they, well, move around. So it's kind of a quick jumping mission, really. Oh, and those 2 panels fall away. Sorry, forgot about that little complication. Now, if you've got Diddy, yeah, this would be hard if you're DK, but since you've got Diddy, you can use the double attack to just clear the way of the bats. And that's pretty much it for this level. It's, yeah, just smash the rocks and you're done. I'm sorry it's kind of a short part, but hey, don't worry, you'll get to see the boss fight in the next one. So yeah, that's the end of this playthrough. I've been the Jonin Monkey. Good night.